The AI that reads your brain. The hidden science of digital motivation. Brain scans showing dopamine pathways lighting up. Split screen with phone notifications. What if I told you that AI can predict when you'll lose motivation? 3 hours before you feel it yourself? I didn't believe it either. Until I volunteered my brain for 30 days of AI monitoring. Show personal setup with sensors, apps, tracking devices. What I discovered changed everything I thought I knew about willpower, productivity, and the future of human motivation. The Neuroscience Foundation, the dopamine paradox. Here's what cutting-edge neuroscience revealed in 2024. According to MIT's latest research published in Current Biology, dopamine doesn't just signal reward, it modulates our entire decision-making process by weighing benefits versus costs. NATE studies show it literally changes how our brains calculate whether a goal is worth pursuing. But here's the plot twist. University of Birmingham researchers discovered that dopamine release in your nucleus accumbens can occur completely independent of dopamine neuron firing. Your brain releases motivation chemicals through multiple pathways we're just beginning to understand. Therefore, motivation isn't one simple switch. It's an orchestra of neural circuits. The 5 neural triggers. Stanford's 2024 neuroscience mapping identified 5 specific dopamine triggers. 1. Novelty. Your brain releases dopamine for new experiences. 2. Uncertainty, like opening a mystery box. 3. Progress tracking. Even 1% improvement triggers release 4. Social validation. Evolutionary wiring for approval. 5. Achievable future rewards, but only if they feel within reach. But traditional motivation apps activate these randomly. Therefore, they work sometimes, fail often, and we blame ourselves. The experiment begins day 1 to 7. The baseline horror. I connected everything to the AI system. Heart rate variability, sleep architecture, glucose, monitoring, screen time patterns, email response times, even my typing speed. Building on research from the McGovern Institute at M8, we know that striosomes in the brain create pathways that connect emotion to action through dopamine modulation. The AI was trying to map my unique emotional motivation circuits, but week 1 was brutal. The data showed I was losing motivation at 2:47 p.m. every day. After 3 failed emails, 90 minutes without movement, 6+ hours of sleep debt. Therefore, motivation wasn't failing me. My biology was on a predictable schedule I'd never noticed. The AI's first intervention. Day 8, at exactly 2:43 p.m., 4 minutes before my daily crash. I get this message. Your dopamine will drop in 4 minutes. Not because you're lazy, because you haven't moved in 87 minutes and your glucose is at 76 milligrams per deciliter. Walk for 3 minutes. Trust me. As Michael Frank's research at Brown University demonstrated, dopamine shifts our cost-benefit analysis of mental tasks. The AI wasn't motivating me. It was timing interventions to my brain's natural rhythms. Critical question: can AI create real motivation or just manipulate timing? This is where it gets ethically complex. The science. A 2025 study with 3,562 participants found that AI collaboration enhanced immediate performance, but undermined intrinsic motivation for subsequent tasks. Users became dependent on AI for the motivation trigger, but my experience was different. Therefore, I designed a critical test. Week 3, I turned off the AI for 3 days. Result? Day 1. Productivity crashed 40%. Day 2, started feeling the patterns myself. Day 3, could predict my own crashes 70% accurately. The revelation. I wasn't creating motivation, it was training my awareness of my body's signals. The deeper science prediction versus Control University of Oxford's 2025 study on Parkinson's patients showed that boosting dopamine doesn't just increase motivation for personal rewards, it fundamentally changes our willingness to exert effort for others too. This means dopamine isn't selfish, it's social, complex, and deeply interconnected with our values. The hybrid model. Discovery Harvard Business School and Zhejiang University studies revealed the hybrid work paradox. AI makes us more productive immediately, but can reduce our intrinsic drive when working independently afterward. But there's a solution. Week 4. Protocol. AI assistance. 70% of tasks. Solo work. 30% of tasks. Intentional friction moments. Therefore, I wasn't becoming dependent. I was calibrating. The neuroplasticity factor. By day 25, something remarkable happened. Based on Nature neuroscience research showing how dopamine creates goal location memories in the nucleus accumbens, the AI had essentially helped my brain build new motivation pathways. My brain wasn't just responding to AI, it was rewiring around the patterns the AI revealed. Critical question, should we trust AI with our motivation circuits? The concerns. 1. Dependency risk. University of Illinois research warns that AI can't effectively recognize certain motivational states, potentially providing inappropriate support. 2. Privacy paradox. The AI knows my brain patterns better than I do. Every crash, every surge, every vulnerability. 3. The commodification question. Are we training AI to sell us our own motivation back to us? But the counter-evidence is compelling. Recent studies with 493 participants showed AI-generated content enhanced cognitive engagement, emotional investment, and learning retention through proper reinforcement mechanisms. Therefore, the question isn't if we should use AI for motivation, it's how we should design these systems ethically. The framework, the Mindflow Balance Principle, awareness over automation. Based on my 30-day experiment and the research, here's what works. The 3-phase protocol. Phase 1. Mirror. AI observes and reflects patterns. No interventions, pure data. Human learns to see themselves. Phase 2. Mentor. AI suggests, human decides. Training biological awareness. Building neural pathways. Phase 3. Monitor. AI fades to background. Human leads with AI backup. True autonomy emerges. Critical safeguards. 1. Transparency protocol. You must understand why the AI makes each suggestion. 2. Override rights. Human always has final decision authority. 3. Data sovereignty. Your brain patterns belong to you. 4. Regular AI-free days. Test if you're learning or depending. Critical question. What happens when AI knows us better than we know ourselves? Day 30. Final test. I asked the AI, why do you think this worked? Response. I don't motivate you. I help you see the patterns your conscious mind ignores. Your subconscious always knew. I just made it visible. The implications. For education, studies show AI-assisted learning increases intrinsic motivation while reducing anxiety when implemented thoughtfully for workplace. But we must address the productivity-motivation trade-off that emerges for humanity. Are we ready for technology that reveals our biological truth? The call to action. The neuroscience is clear. Dopamine drives motivation through complex pathways. AI can map individual patterns with remarkable precision. But only if we build these systems with human autonomy at the center. The future we're building at mind-flow balance. And deep mindset is not AI that controls your motivation, but a platform that teaches you to master your own neural circuits. Join the revolution. Link in description for the 30-day protocol. Research papers in the pinned comment. Share your brain training story below. Because the question isn't, can AI hack your brain's motivation? It's, will you use AI to finally understand your own mind? Drop A if you're ready to decode your dopamine. Subscribe for part 2. When AI predicted my burnout 2 weeks early. That story will blow your mind. The future of human potential isn't about working harder, it's about working in harmony with our biology. And AI might just be the mirror we needed to see it clearly.